Hello, I'm Limesh Parekh, and in this video, we are going to learn how to track the whole process of implementation of CRM. The number of this video is 3.2. The name of the course is Certified Sangam CRM Business Leader. This is chapter number 3, Implementing CRM. This is the second video of implementing CRM. Here we are going to talk about the process format, not the documentation format. People think that they have to fill out that form, but that is not the case. This is a process format. Now let's talk about the agenda of this video. First, let's talk about the tracker sheet and how to get it. Let's talk about that. Then I will talk about how to use that sheet. I will walk you through it. And the third and most important thing is how you will conduct a review meeting of this CRM implementation. Before this video, in video 3.1, I've talked about how to conduct a review meeting. That point will be covered again, but this time we will see how a review meeting is conducted with the help of the tracker sheet. So firstly, we have provided the sheet on the Sangam CRM community. So you need to go to school.com/Sangam CRM. If you are not part of this community, then you should register. You and your team members should become part of this community. On that page, go to tracking the CRM implementation. There you will find a link. Here is the link to create the copy. Click on that. After clicking, that Google Sheet will make a copy of itself. You need to click on Make a Copy. This is your copy made from our published template. Okay. Now let us see the next point. How will you use the sheet? Let us go to the sheet and see how to use it. There are 5 sheets: README and People. In the People sheet, there is a record of those people who worked for the implementation process. You can implement this sheet yourself, or your NJ partner can implement the sheet, or if you're going to implement it with NJ, then also it is fine. In every scenario, this will help you. Then we have the main tracker sheet, which is our third sheet. Then we have resources. You, your partner, and your senior team members will have access to this page. The links which are given are useful for you. The first link is Android and iOS app download link. Then we have the community link. It is important that you and your team members are a part of this community. It is important that you keep in touch with everyone so that when you learn how to implement it, you can let your community know about it. And the last is SOW. SOW means scope of work. Let's see each sheet in detail. In the README section, you will find all the information on how to use the sheet and what are its contents. The first point is very clear. Your client will use this as well. If you are implementing it in your organization, then you will need this as well. Then you will use this as well. If you are using it on your own, then also you will need this format. Even if you are using it with an NJ partner, it is valid. Every milestone of your CRM, all the tracking of the same will be entered in this sheet. All your review meetings with your team discussing the implementation of CRM or with your NJ partner and their team, it will be recorded here. This is very important. Without that, nothing will work. Then, while implementing them, you get new ideas or realize what needs to be added or the problems which you encounter. The idea is that you add whatever you are feeling in this sheet during the meeting. If you think about it, this is a way of writing the minutes of the meeting. The support cases are not to be entered here. Example, if someone cannot log in, these things are not to be entered here. It is not an issue of product. Hence, do not insert it here. If you want to ask your team member about these issues, then ask them separately, as these are not implementation issues. Do not handle support cases here. Another idea is to create a WhatsApp group in the implementation process. This will speed up your coordination. But that WhatsApp group should not replace this sheet. Sheet is different. It is the main document like Holy Bhagavad Gita, Bible, or Quran. The WhatsApp group is just for communication. Let's say you're going to implement it by yourself. You know that you have a small team and your team members are going to be of no help. So it is better to become part of the core community. The best way is to request for support there. You will get quick answers and the right answer. So I've already covered the point of resources sheet. In the SOW sheet, that is scope of work sheet, it's the last but the most important sheet, and you will fill this sheet first. So let's see what should be done there. So in this sheet, your goals and aims related to CRM are to be written. Even before you start with the implementation of CRM, fill this out. The first column is serial number. There will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the next column will be your goals and objectives. Write what you want to write. I have given some examples. It is not necessary that you write the same. Here I've written tracking sales team visit. That is my requirement. I need to know about the visits of my sales team with the clients. I need to know that in detail, which client they visited, for how much time, etc. The other requirement is that leads from my website, other portals like IndiaMart should be directed to the CRM portal. So I've added that. If I feel that the sales review meeting should be done through CRM, then I've entered that. Okay, I want the emails which people send need to be converted into tickets. So let us say that we have a dedicated support email ID. People send their emails there. I want that to be converted to tickets. I have added this requirement in the sheet. It might happen that your implementation partner or the person from your team who implements says that this is not feasible. This won't be done. Then they can enter that in the status column. Even if they say that this is not feasible or cannot be done right now or it needs customization, still you will have a clarity about what is happening. If you have a thought in your mind, even if it's vague, the moment you have to write it down, you cannot write it without having clarity. Here you have to write it down clearly, not in vague terms. Here, for example, I've written WhatsApp marketing as an example. This is a scope of work, hence, it defines things broadly. Immediately after this, you will go to the people sheet. In this sheet, you will write about those people who are involved in this work with you, like your partner or people from NJ or from your own team members. If it is from your own team, then you can handle it on your own. But if it is the case that some people are from your own team, some are from NJ or NJ is involved, then all their names should be entered here. The advantage of doing this is that you will get all of their contact information in one place, like their email ID, contact number, etc. No one will be confused about whom to contact and how to contact about their queries. Now you will say everyone knows who to go to about a question related to CRM. There is no need to write it down here, but it is not the case. You will slowly understand that as business owners, sometimes we think we have told them everything, but that is not the case. You will write here in people sheet about how many people are involved from both sides. Let us say you have to integrate a website, then enter their contact details as well. Okay. It is not necessary for you to share this sheet with that person, but write the details here. It might happen that you are going to integrate with IndiaMart and you need the number of the executive of that company. Then add it here. So your team member who is organizing will find all the things in one place. Okay. In your review meeting, you need to first open this page and see if all the information is here. If not, then you have made a mistake in the first step itself. We have talked about people. Then your first step that is scope of work and also resources. Now let us come to the main tracker sheet. Here you will have date of meeting. Let us say only the two of you have talked on the call. Still, enter that here. Okay. Maybe 3 or 4 of you have conducted a meeting in your conference room. Even that, enter here. Even every time you talk about CRM or have made a decision regarding it, enter it here. For example, if someone requests for user creation, then write down who requested it. Sometimes you as a boss will decide this about creating user, or your implementation partner will tell you so. Then you will have to enter who did it in to be done by. It's not necessary that your implementation partner should do it. You need to do some of the work as well. For example, you said the data needs to be imported. Now, now your boss might give it to you or your client, and who will import it? Your implementation partner or your admin? Let us say you are going to self implement it internally. Then your sales team is providing the data and your CRM admin is going to import it. Here you need to make two entries: when the data is going to be received and when it is going to be imported. One common mistake that usually occurs is we tell the CRM admin that the data will be imported till 22nd. But then you come to know that no one gave the data and no one followed that order. If you keep a track of it here, there will be a follow up. There is a request date when the date was received, and there is an expected date when the data should have been imported, and the actual date when it was actually done. If you enter these dates correctly, then in the last column you will get the number of delay days. If someone should be punished or not is a question to be dealt with later, but right now at least you will have a record of the number of days that it was delayed. In status column, you can see the status of that request. Add every single request here. Let us say you have to change the layout of the lead module. Then add that here. Let us say you have sent a WhatsApp message to 1000 customers. Then add that here. Fill the sheet till you know that the things are running smoothly. Now you might think that this is a lot of effort, but when you do this, you will understand that it is worth it. You will definitely be satisfied with this because many of our customers have been for years. The third point is review meetings. Do not skip this. If you do skip it, then you will regret it later. Then don't say that I didn't warn you. I've warned you. In the initial 2 weeks, conduct the meeting twice or thrice. It will have everyone talk about the CRM. As I'd said in the earlier video, bosses decide that they will implement CRM and then are busy cracking a deal or in negotiations, but then they totally disappear. Don't do that. Okay? Be involved. You will get good results. Either you need to be involved or you need to have a person who can get involved. Then that's fine. So, in those 2 weeks, twice a week, then for the next 6 weeks, have one meeting once a week. But make it a habit that you have review meetings and do open the sheet. Do not be lazy and forget to open the sheet. Then it will not work. I'm telling you, it will not work. This was all for tracking the implementation process. In the last video, we have covered the topic of implementation. In the next video, we will talk about the most important point, that is how to make your users use CRM. That is the most important part. And if you have not understood anything from this video, then post it on the community group. Okay. We'll help you. Thank you very much for watching this. We will meet soon in the next video.